I'm just repeating once again that what was class. Class was nothing but collection of data member and member functions. This is what we had done. Okay, now why the term member is there? Because in a program we can have one or two or more classes, and those classes can have the same data member and member functions. So suppose I have class A and class B and x इसमें भी है, x इसमें भी है. So this x belongs to this class A and this x belongs to this class B. I need to create an object of class A. Suppose मैंने class A का object बनाया A1. So if I want to access data member that is this x of class A, I will access with the help of the object A1. So I will write A1 dot x. Same goes over here. अगर मुझे ये वाला x access करना है, so मुझे B का object बनाना पड़ेगा. Suppose मैंने B का object बनाया OB, so it will be OB dot x. So it all depends upon the object through which object you are calling. Okay, and C++ is known as OOPS, is also known as OOPS. It is object oriented programming language. Everything depends upon the object. You call the data member and member functions of a class with the help of an object in void main. Okay, just roughly I'll explain you. We had created a class. Over here was the class name. We used to terminate a class with the help of semicolon. Okay, and in void main, through object, suppose the name of the class is A, so through object I access all the data member and member functions. This is what we had done in the introduction. We also did one more topic. Okay, I'm talking with all the batches, in all the batches, all the 4 batches, OK1, OK2, ON1, 2, 3. Okay, we have done something known as scope of member function also. Okay, scope of member function was defining the member function inside the class and outside the class. Okay, inside the class we had seen area and circumference of a circle wala program, and in outside the class we had seen the same program, area of circle and circumference we have calculated, but we have defined, we had declared the member functions inside and we have defined the member functions outside, and we defined the member function outside the class using scope resolution operator. Using this operator, using scope resolution operator, we define the member functions outside the class. So this is what we had done. Okay, yahan tak sabko clear hai? I've just given a quick revision okay, what we had done, so that I can move to the next topic. Okay, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, yes, Bitipta, you have a question? Tell me. Just unmute yourself and ask the question so that others can also listen. Yes, Bitipta.
Terms of by mistake in those end.
Sorry?
Again by mistake.
By mistake, okay. We'll move to the next topic. Function overloading. It's a very small topic, okay? Like now the features of C++ has started. In the first 2 lectures, we had just seen the introduction, that how to create a class, and we had seen uska ek step as scope of member function. Now all the concepts, main concepts will start. जो उसका main features है, जो उसके main advantages है of C++, that will start. Okay, now when I say function overloading, okay, when I say function, that means we are talking about member function over here. Now I'm writing a very simple program for you all, and you all will tell me इसमें क्या problem है. Okay, I have created a program wherein I say there is a class known as calculate, and in that calculate I have two functions, two member functions known as get. Over here I will get x, and in the next function get I will get y. Okay, so now I'm creating an object. You won't be able to see the downboard, that's why I'm writing over here. मैंने calculate का एक object बनाया, suppose C1. I write C1 dot get. Will there be an error in the program?
Yes.
What will be the error? What will be the error according to you if suppose there are two students named Aryan in the class? Okay, I say Aryan. Okay, I say
Exactly कौन सा get आना चाहिए वो?
Yes, exactly. Yes, Chahat, you have given the right answer. कि that Aryan कौन सा मुझे respond करेगा? Suppose एक आर्यन का सरनेम है सिंह और एक का सरनेम है अग्रवाल. So which Aryan is going to respond to me if I only say Aryan? So this will create an ambiguity. Same ways over here also, a program, a class cannot have two member functions with the same name. With the same name, two member functions cannot have the same name in a class, only in a class. Why? Because while calling, it creates a problem, it creates an ambiguity to the compiler. When I say C1 dot get, so which get it will call? कौन से get को बुलाना है? इसको बुलाना है कि इसको calling है? So it creates a problem. So to avoid that problem, you have something known as function overloading. Function overloading says that a class can have, see there are two things, a class name, whatever statement I am saying now, वो next concept में जाके contradict होने वाले हैं, that a class name and a member function name cannot be same. वैसे ही two member functions cannot have the same name, but there is a concept known as function overloading which says two or more member functions in a class have the same name. That means two or more member functions will have the same name, but with different parameters. But with different parameters or arguments. Say for an example, I'll write down an example for you and make it more clear. I am recording this lecture and it will be uploaded in the Google Classroom. Okay, then also if anyone wants to take screenshot, even the notes are there in Google Classroom. Everything is there. Like I will be uploading now after the unit test. Abhi ho gaya. So I will be uploading everything, the first lecture, the second lecture, this is the third lecture. Okay, so no need of writing it, and it is there in the notes also, or yahan par bhi hai. Okay, so function overloading says when two or more member functions in a class have the same name but with different parameters or arguments. Okay, we will see. I'll write a small program, but I will erase the whole board. I require the whole board because नीचे का आपको नहीं दिखेगा. I'm taking the example what is there in the notes only, so that it is easy for you to remember and write it. Okay. Okay. See. Okay. Everyone see over here that I have created a class A. The name of the class is A. In this class A, I have one area function with a parameter, just one parameter stating as int x, s. Okay, it has just one parameter and it says cout s into s, whatever value जब return हो रहा है, जो भी दिया है तो वो होगा. और यहाँ पे मैंने दिया है दो parameter with the name of the member function is same. See, over here also it is area, over here also it is area. Okay, but this area is with one parameter and this area is with two parameters, and I have said cout L into B. Now in void main, over here this is the main thing. Okay, यहाँ पे मैंने A1 object बनाया. I said A1 dot area 5. I said A1 dot area 5. So this 5, how many parameters are there? 1. So it will go up and search that which area is having one parameter. Okay, it checks with number of parameters, so it will go up and check that which area is having one parameter, so it will go over here and execute this. And A1 dot area, over here I have passed two parameters 10 and 6, so it will go here and execute this statement. Clear? Is everyone clear?
Yes, yes.
Just give me a thumbs up. Now, I'll just change the question. Okay? I'll just change it. 1 minute.
Let's go in second.
Anyone? I have written A1 dot area 6.
Mine first.
Where will it go?
मैम एरर आएगा.
क्यों error आएगा?
Go first. Yeah.
Because
क्योंकि इंटीजर टाइप आपने हर जगह डिफाइन कर.
okay. Now I'll just twist the definition. The definition was when two or more member functions have the same name and different parameters, that time it is function overloading. But what if the number of parameters are also same? What if the number of parameters are also same? Like
Data
अगर
type
मैंने
will.
यहाँ पे मैंने सिर्फ ये कर दिया ऐसे int L. Okay, again this will create ambiguity. A1 dot area 5. Why? Because यहाँ जाना है कि यहाँ जाना है. So if the number of parameters are also same, it checks with the data type of it. That means if I write over here float L, तब ये वर्क करेगा. Why? Because even if the number of parameters are same, the data type is different. The data type is different. So now this A1 dot area 6.6 will go in the second member function, and this area 5 will go in the first member function. Got it? Now this area float, suppose मैंने ऐसा दिया है, first parameter is integer and the second parameter is float. और यहां पे मैंने first parameter float दिया है और second parameter मैंने integer दिया है. Then also it will work. Why? Even if the number of parameters are same, the order is different. That means when I call A1 dot area 6.6 and 5, it will go in the second member function, and when I call A1 dot area 5 6.6, it will go in the first member function. Why? Because यहाँ पे मैंने पहले इंटीजर दिया है और सेकंड फ्लोट दिया है, यहाँ पे फर्स्ट फ्लोट दिया है, यहाँ पे सेकंड इंटीजर. What if I give A1 dot area 6 6 या 6 8? Where will it go? I think this is not visible.
Again,
if I give like this A1 dot area 6 and 8, where will it go? Yes,
First.
right answer है. Where will it go? Anyone? It won't go anywhere. Yes, Niranjan, right? It will be an error. Why? Because मेरे पास ऐसा कोई member function नहीं है जिसके पास दोनों के पास integer हो. It is not matching. Okay, I have taught you in depth. Actually exam में this is just a 2 mark or a 3 mark topic. So आपको बस definition बताना होता है और एक छोटा सा example जो हमने पहले देखा था वो था. But you should know everything कि permutation combination कैसे इस topic का हो सकता है. So function overloading says when 2 or more member functions have the same name, okay, but if their parameters are different, it will work. But what if the parameters are same? आपको ये लिखना है definition में. If the parameters are same, it checks with the if the number of parameters are same, it checks with the data types of the parameters or arguments. Okay, got the topic? Okay, this out of 10 papers I will say 4 or 5 times it is asked. Not every time ये topic आता ही है, but 4 to 5 times ये आपको पूछते हैं. Okay, so that's function overloading, and that's the one of the features or I can say advantages of C++. तो जो मैंने आपको बोला है कि मैं advantages of features last में पढ़ाऊंगी, तब मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि C++ का function overloading एक feature है. Okay, can I erase? Okay. I have 10 minutes left for the meeting. I'll start with a very important topic, compulsory question in boards. जैसे bubble sort, binary search, algorithm आपको compulsory आता है, वैसे ही the next topic, constructor, destructor. Constructor and destructor is the most important topic which comes in exam. Okay, generally उसके characteristics, उसके features यही आते हैं या फिर destructor के आते हैं. एक बार आपको बस constructor समझ गया तो destructor is very easy. I want everyone to write few points. Bhale it is there in the notes. It will be there in the video lecture. Then also there are 4 to 5 points I want every student to write. Okay? So that जब मैं आपको explain करूंगी तो आपके लिए वो point by point आपको वो easy होगा. आप refer कर सकते हैं उसको. Okay? So you can just write it in rough. No need of properly अच्छी तरह से लिखने के लिए. So the first point says that the name of the class and the name of the member function is same. In constructor, the name of the class and the name of the member function is same. Okay, next. It does not return any value. It does not return any value. ब्रैकेट में लिखो नॉट इवन वॉइड. ब्रैकेट में लिखो नॉट इवन वॉइड. It should be the third point. It should be declared in public section. It should be declared in public section. Next, it is invoked automatically. It is invoked. It is invoked automatically when the object is created. It is invoked automatically when the object is created. Next, it can have default arguments. Next, it can have default arguments. Next, it cannot be static. It cannot be static. All these points, whatever we have seen, I will write a program and cover all the points. Okay, wherever this constructor answer is asked, there are more 2 points, but even if you write these 6 points, it's enough. Like these are the basic points. Okay, wherever constructor answer is asked, what is constructor पूछा है, what are the characteristics of constructor पूछा है, या distinguish between constructor destructor पूछा है, कहीं पर भी constructor का सवाल आता है, आपको ये 6 पॉइंट लिखने ही हैं कंपल्सरीली. यही उसके what is characteristics है और यही उसका distinguish है. सब कुछ यही 6 पॉइंट्स हैं और the whole constructor revolves around these points only. Okay, so I'll just write a small program for you. This is a board practical program, so मैं वो ही ले रही हूँ आपको. If the meeting gets over, don't worry, I'll take this topic again in the next class. Okay. Now see, in last I have said that the name of the class and the name of the member function cannot be same. Okay, the name of the class, the name of the member function cannot be same. But constructor has a special feature. Agar it says that the name of the class and the name, it says that the name of the class and the name of the member function, this is a member function, has to be same. The first point, the name of the member function and the name of the class has to be same. The first point. Is F1 a member? Is F1 a constructor? No. F1 is not a constructor. It is a normal member function. Why it is not a constructor? Because the name of the class and the name of the member function over here is different. That's the reason. Okay. The next point, that it should be declared in public section. Okay. Now what is this public? ये हम लोगों ने access specifier मैंने आपको first class में बताया था कि when I teach you inheritance, at that time I will tell you कि public and private क्या होता है. Okay. So now on, you just keep in mind that it should be declared in public. Whatever after colon, after this colon, whatever you write is public. Okay. अगर मैं यहाँ पे प्राइवेट लिखती हूँ सो वो प्राइवेट हो जाता है. वो पब्लिक प्राइवेट क्या है वो हम लोग इनहेरिटेंस टॉपिक में देखेंगे. इफ सपोज आई मेक दिस एज प्राइवेट, सो दिस void f1 इज प्राइवेट. द स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव डन जावा, ओके, आपका प्रोग्राम पूरा गलत होता है बोर्ड्स में, क्योंकि आप लोग क्या करते हो, आप लोग हर एक फंक्शन को यहाँ पब्लिक लिखते हो. अगर मेरे पास और 10 मेंबर फंक्शन है तो आप उनको भी पब्लिक 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 लिखते हो, तो वहां पे आपका आंसर रॉन्ग हो जाता है. आपने एक बार यहाँ पे पब्लिक लिख दिया एंड आफ्टर दिस कोलन व्हाटएवर इज देयर बिकम्स पब्लिक. ओके. सो द सेकंड पॉइंट, दैट this member function or this constructor has to be defined in public. The third point, point wise argument, default argument topic मैंने नहीं लिया है और static भी नहीं लिया है, तो आपको समझ जाएगा वो बाद में जब हम लोग लेंगे. So void main में the says that it is automatically called. Now what do I mean by automatically called or automatically invoked when the object is created? यहाँ पे मैंने ratio r object बनाया है. Okay, have I called this function r dot ratio? See, have I called this function? No, I haven't called this constructor, and I cannot write r dot ratio. I cannot write this calling के लिए. I cannot call this constructor by r dot ratio. Why? Because this ratio is name of the class also. So I cannot call this. So what is the method to call this member function or to call this constructor? So constructor का एक feature है कि उसको call करने की जरूरत नहीं है. As soon as the object is created, जहां पे ये object create हुआ, जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने ratio r किया है, this object is created, automatically this member function or this constructor is called. That means output में मुझे आ जाएगा object is born. This is a board practical. आप एग्जाम में भी ये लिखोगे explanation के लिए. This is the best and simple example. Okay? मैंने सिर्फ ratio r लिखा है, मैंने calling नहीं किया है, r dot करके कुछ नहीं किया है. So whenever the object is created, the constructor is called automatically, and whatever is there inside that constructor, that will run, that will come in the output window. So over here object is born as come. Can anyone tell me how do I call this f1, this member function f1? How can I call this? How can I call this f1? ये तो कंस्ट्रक्टर नहीं है, तो मैं उसे कॉल कैसे करूंगी? Anyone? It is a normal function. So normal function हम लोग कैसे कॉल करते हैं? Normal function कैसे कॉल करते हैं? Yes, चाहत, you are correct. Yes, ratio dot f1. It's not ratio dot f1. Yash, ratio is the name of the class. The name of the object is r. So to call this f1, I'll write r dot f1. Norm, क्योंकि वो एक normal function है. तो r.f1 लिखूंगी तो यहाँ पे आएगा alive. Okay, I have just 2 minutes left. My topic is not complete. Okay, so अगर मैं आगे पढ़ाने जाऊंगी तो मेरा वो incomplete रह जाएगा आधा. So I'll just end the meeting now. Okay.